Hey there, all things, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Becky and today I want to talk about sunscreen. So as we all know, the summer is in full force. It is still hot, hot, hot. So many places, especially where I live now, and for a lot of people that are living in the southern hemisphere, it's about to become summer. So there's never really a bad time to talk about sunscreen. Today I want to go through my 5 favorite sunscreens as well as 3 new sunscreens that I just bought that I am so excited to try. Let's get started. Sunscreen every day, and I have learned that you should do multiple applications even if you're wearing makeup or just at home in the house. Especially if you're in the house, you should still be wearing sunscreen because you do get sun in through your windows all day. Especially in my room, my bedroom gets direct sun almost the entire day, and it is so much hotter there than it is in the rest of my house. So the first sunscreen I want to talk about is the one that I keep on my bedside table, and this is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen in the broad spectrum SPF 55. This in a little container next to my bed, because sometimes when I wake up, I'm not quite ready to go wash my face and get ready for the day and do all that. I just want to kind of laze in my bed for an hour or so. So I actually just put on some sunscreen because the sun is coming in hot, even at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I just put a little bit of sunscreen on, put it on my face, kind of pat it in there just to give me some, you know, a little bit of protection before I get the day going. I really like this sunscreen because it has a clean, lightweight feel. It is sheer and not so much sticky. I used to put this under my makeup, but I have found some better alternatives. So it's water resistant, so this is also a good one to take on beach days, etc. Again, SPF 55. I really don't wear anything less than 50 unless it's in a foundation, and even then I try to get something that's got 30 or 35 in it. This one says it's dermatologist recommended, but there are better ones. So let's move on to those. My favorite at-home sunscreens, the ones that I wear every day, that I try to apply twice a day, maybe one midday and then one later in the day when the sun's a little more intense, are the ones that I've been wearing since I lived in Japan, and that would be the Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence in the SPF 50 Plus with the maximum PA. This is one of the best sunscreens I've ever used. Obviously with darker skin tones, you have an issue with the white casting or it being oily and like sitting on top of the skin. This does not do that. It is amazing, but it is hard to get in the US. I order mine from abroad or have a friend mail me them in bulk from abroad, so I have 5 or 6 in my closet, my skincare closet at all times. It is so great. It literally just like you put it on and it sucks right into the skin. I love this. I gift it occasionally when I'm feeling generous because this is really one of my favorite things. Also, I have it in the peony scent. This one is seasonal. It's the Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence in Botanical Peony. Again, SPF 50 plus. Again, I order this one from abroad. Everything in the back is in Japanese, or this one's in Japanese, this one's in Mandarin, because I had to order this one from abroad because it is seasonal. They only produce this one in the spring. That is very Japanese, with seasonal products that come and go. So I have to buy them kind of in bulk, 5, 6 at a time in the spring, try to nab them before they're gone. Again, this one's really lightly floral scented, and I really enjoy that. This one's one of my favorites, but again, they're hard to come by. These last a long time. They are 50-gram bottles. And let's see, I opened, this one has not been opened yet. I opened this one maybe back in June, and it's still going because you don't need very much because of its watery consistency. It spreads really well. But again, I apply them 2, maybe 3 times a day, so I probably go through these faster than other people do. They are great. I also put them on my hands because I also skincare and moisturize and sunscreen my hands and my neck, and I typically have these when I travel. These are my go-to travel sunscreens right now. Sunscreen that I've recently been trying that is a little new to me and it's a slightly different consistency is, wait for it, the Innisfree Intense UV Protection Emulsion. So it's a slightly thicker consistency. It's not quite as thick as the Neutrogena, not quite as watery as the Watery Essence, so it's somewhere in between, and I really like this one. Again, it's broad spectrum SPF at 50 plus. It has it's got a white cast, but it's very sheer and it blends out super quickly. It's got emulsion in it and is formulated with sunflower seed oil. This one's really good. It's a newer product to Innisfree. I bought one to try earlier this year and I did enjoy that, so I have been keeping this up. Some days my skin feels drier than others. Some days when I'm sitting in my house and depending on what skincare routine I've used, I want a little bit thicker of a sunscreen. Maybe I exfoliated, maybe I'm just feeling dry, maybe I'm gonna be sitting outside, I don't know. Just sometimes you wanna switch it up. So I use the Innisfree Intense UV Emulsion and I really like this one. I will be ordering this one again and sharing it with friends. So if you're one of those people that I know or that knows me or wants to get to know me and wants me to send you a sunscreen, let me know, because I really do love sharing sunscreen and skincare products that I love. The last of the 5 sunscreens that I keep in the closet that's always in there is for when I go out. If I'm wearing short sleeves or whatever. I also keep a small sunscreen in my car, but that's not one of my go-tos. It's an emergency sunscreen for when I'm with people who didn't put on sunscreen that day. I'll be like, here, put this on. It's in the car. This I keep in the house. I keep one in the back of my car for if I'm going to the beach. There is a pool at my apartment complex. Sometimes I get to sit out on my balcony. And this is the Neutrogena Beach Defense Water Plus Sun Protection. It's a sunscreen lotion and it's SPF 70. It's also water resistant up to 80 minutes. It's lightweight, fast absorbing, and oil free, which I think is important. The beach strength, it gets really hot down here in the south and my skin does dry out really quickly and it does get red. Even if I won't burn, I will find like red undertones in my skin that aren't normally there. So I really like this. Also, this one smells so good. It smells so good. It's very lightly fragranced. It just reminds me of the beach now anytime you use it. It's got a little texture on the side so when your hands are a little more slick from the water, from the sand, it's easier to grab. I really like this. So those are my top 5 sunscreens that I use almost every day or rotate through weekly. But I have bought 3 new sunscreens. The first are 2 Innisfree sunscreens that they do not carry at the Innisfree flagships or locations in the United States. There are a lot of Innisfree products that you cannot get in the US from the Innisfree stores, which really bugs me. So you have to get them from Japan or Korea or the Philippines or Taiwan. So these are products that I'm guessing if they do well there, they may bring over here, or just may have to fly over there and try them or whatever. Though I have heard a rumor that they just built a relatively large Innisfree in Dubai Mall, so I don't know, Corona willing, I may be able to go back to the UAE and check that one out. But this is the Innisfree Tone Up No Sebum Sunscreen. Again, SPF 50. It's coral reef friendly, which I love. It's a mattifying mineral sunscreen and it primes the skin for makeup application. So this is great. Innisfree also makes a no sebum lotion that you put on that kind of mattifies the skin and helps kind of reduce oil production throughout the day. I have 2 of them. I really like them. I used to keep them in different bags, and instead of touching up powder, I would touch up with the cream. They also make the no sebum just like translucent powder that I love, love, love. So I was super excited to find out that they made a no sebum tone up sunscreen. It looks like this. Really pretty. I really like this new kind of minimalist Innisfree packaging. They've kind of changed it over the last year. I'm just really excited to try this one, but I don't want to open it yet, so we're not going to try out the textures today on these ones because I don't want them to start kicking out their 1-year lifespan. They do have a 12-month expiration, so I just want to put that off as long as possible to open it because I still have some other sunscreens to be working through. Second Innisfree one is the Innisfree True Care Non-Nano Sunscreen. This is an SPF 48, which I found oddly specific and a little interesting, but it's got mineral filters for UVA and B rays. It's non-comedogenic tested, and it's got blue light protection in it. So that's super interesting, I guess, for us sitting at home behind our ring lights and in front of our TVs and our computers during this quarantine, if you're still quarantined, which you should be. But I think that's really interesting. It says it's a mild formula contained with non-nano mineral filters. It protects the skin from UVA and UVB rays while reducing the sun's harmful effects. To use it, you're supposed to use it at the last stage of your skincare routine, and you can easily apply it onto exposed areas of the face. Ooh, this one's a slightly skinnier bottle and packaging than the other Innisfree one. Huh. So it's just like slightly taller, slightly skinnier, but I don't have a problem with that. I am curious why it's an SPF 48 and not an SPF 50. I wonder what brought the SPF down. Again, I really like this packaging. The True Care non-nano line is new. I got some other things in this line that I'm excited to try. But again, this is not one that's in the US, so if I like it, I will be having to order them from a Brood, which is a little bit of a hassle, but you know what? I'm about the skincare life, so I really don't mind. The last one I'm trying is I'm gonna branch away from Innisfree, and this is the Misha Velvet Finish Sun Milk. Again, SPF 50. This one's dermatologically tested. It says it's a daily sunscreen that evens out the appearance of skin tone and texture, while it helps brighten the complexion with a smooth finish. Formulated with Edelweiss flower leaf extract, it also provides moisturizing and nourishing benefits to tired skin. Its vegetable-derived ingredients will help hydrate and nourish the skin. I really kind of like this packaging. I think it's really sleek, really small, easy to grip, would be great in a purse or a bag, or my carry-on for travel, my carry-on purse. So this is interesting. I'm really excited to try this one. I don't use very many Misha products just because they weren't my go-to brand. I'm big on some of the Etude House lines. I really like Innisfree, and I also really enjoy Nature Republic. So it'll be fun to experiment with some Misha and get a little bit into this. Let's talk about why wearing sunscreen is important now that we've gone over my favorite sunscreens. So first of all, the skin is the body's largest organ, and a lot of people neglect it and forget about it. But as we know, there are certain stereotypes about certain skin tones that don't raisin and don't crack. So what's the difference between that? And I think that comes from a culture of skincare in a different way. So taking care of your skin, whether that be your arms, your face, your legs, your armpits, it's all important because it's all part of that same organ. And sunscreen is really important because skin damage and sun damage is, what's the word I'm thinking of? Skin damage is not just a one-off. It's not that one time you're in the sun and you get skin damage. No, it like compacts. So all the sun that you ever get in your life, all the skin damage that you ever get in your life will compact and compound to result in perhaps some sort of skin cancer or deterioration of skin cells, the damage of the collagen, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to keep your youthful looks for as long as possible, just take care of your skin, guys. And one of the best ways to do that is to wear sunscreen. But don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Find out what type of sunscreens you should wear, because there are some people with certain allergies to certain products, some people that don't like certain scents or certain textures or whatever. Look that up. Trial and error. Find sunscreens aren't too expensive. The Innisfree sunscreens retail for like $7. The Biore sunscreens are about $10 each, depending on how you get them. I have to order mine from abroad, so there's a little bit of a markup. Sunscreens will go on sale. Neutrogena has sunscreen on sale all the time, so just check out some sunscreens, wear them every day, try to apply it to your face twice a day. That's really important for anti-aging, to protect from collagen damage, to protect from the depletion of the ozone and UV rays, all that good stuff. If you're a darker skinned person like me, a thing that we really have to worry about is white cast. You don't want to put on a sunscreen and then have it like white you out. So I really recommend the Innisfree Emulsion sunscreen for that. It has very minimal white cast, blends super easily, and looks great under makeup. And you can order this from the Innisfree store online that ships to the US, as well as other global Innisfree stores are now carrying this. They're my top sunscreens, and these are the sunscreens I want to try. Guys, don't take my word for it. Again, do your research, talk to a dermatologist if you have other skin concerns, but they're all going to tell you just about to wear sunscreen every day. That's really important. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what sunscreens you recommend down below. I'd love to try them. I'm always about trying out new sunscreens. And don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow my socials somewhere down above, below, all that good stuff. It's pretty cohesive. It's BeckyRay14 on all my platforms. And I see you guys in the next. Wear your sunscreen. Wear it.